Opportunity scanning. Our group visited the North York Centre Library branch in the Toronto Public Library system, given its size and large number of users. For approximately 2 hours, we conducted observations to gather information on what people were doing there. With multiple floors, this particular library provided reference materials on a wide range of subjects, and many services that catered to users of all ages. After also visiting the Jane and Shepherd branch, we were able to get an idea of what people actually do. We also used an online survey shared with peers in order to support our observations regarding what people of our age group as well as adults do when they go to the public libraries. Consumer behavior. Here are some of the activities that we observed at the library. The introduction of Wi-Fi at all Toronto Public Library branches has definitely been a factor in driving usage. As the internet becomes widely available, those without such services at home will thus use the library's offerings to a greater degree. Consumer thought. The questions that we asked were as follows. Age. How often do you go to the library? Why do you go to the public libraries? And which of these suggestions would entice you to visit libraries more often? 40.5% of people only go to the library once a year, while 16% said they never go. 50% of people say they go to the library to take out books, while only 23.8% say they go for the Wi-Fi. 64.3% of participants said that having a rec room at the library would entice them to visit more often. They also suggested to have food offered in the library. Many also mentioned the want to have more group study space. Because the survey was conducted online and anonymously, there was no reason for the participants to include falsehood in their answers, although some may exaggerate answers that they think that we want to hear. From the results, it appears that the participants not only wish for the library to be a setting for studying, but one that will provide services that allow them to hang out with friends, such as a recreation room or a cafeteria. Coolness gap. As young adults and adults use the libraries most often, there is ample opportunity to increase its usage rates from these groups. The library has experienced a decline in in-library usage owing to the fact that many resources are now available online. As such, the library is threatened to be seen as a service of the past. To ensure that library users continue their visits, the library will need to introduce offerings that will drive attendance for reasons outside of studying. As a marketer, it is important to keep in mind the ever-changing interests of consumers and to ensure that any implemented changes stay true to the library's brand and values as a not-for-profit government-run organization. Ideas. The first idea is to launch a mobile app that allows users to reserve study rooms, renew items, and search for and place holds on materials. The second idea is to have the library provide a soundproof recreation room with video and board games, bringing young people seeking a place to spend time with friends. The library could also implement and install smart tables, which are similar to smart boards, that provide a touchscreen service that can be used for learning purposes. Next steps. Online surveys, focus groups, interviews, and other techniques will be utilized to test the viability of the ideas. By focusing our efforts on the target consumer group, we will be able to determine whether these services will drive library usage. Finally, we will contact the library to obtain permission to interview staff. Doing so would allow us to evaluate whether these ideas have merit with those most familiar with the library's operations. Thank you for watching. This message will now self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.